Alright, everybody. So, I just wanted to make a video series explaining how to make a mod pack. So, of course, you're gonna make a. So, what you're going to do is, having installed CurseForge and Overwolf, you click this button here, Create Custom Profile. Set up a name and everything. I'm going to call this tutorial. You can set an icon by clicking this to find the file you want to use. Now choose a Minecraft version. Now I'm going to list a bunch of versions and reasons why you should and why you shouldn't get them. So, starting with 1.19.2. It's the most recent version of Minecraft. However, it has a lot of mods that there are a lot of mods that are only available for versions before, because those versions are older and so they'll have more mods being gathered on them. 1.18.2. Now, this one's pretty good. It's a pretty good balance between version and how recent it is, and it's pretty good. 1.16.5. Now, this is what I use for most of my mod packs that I make, because it has a lot of good mods that are easy to use, and it's not too low of a version. Okay, now there is 1.12.2. This one it's kind of outdated, but it has way more mods than any other version, I'm willing to bet. 1.10.2, it's like an old version that has a lot of mods. It's also the version that all the mods 1 was released in, but that doesn't really matter that much. 1.7.10, this is really outdated. It does have some good mods, though. And any mods below that are probably going to be incompatible. And any versions above, and 1.19.3 is like too recent. So what I'm going to do is stick with 1.12 for this mod pack specifically. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time to create, but once you do, go into that and click this button, add more content. So there are 3 things here. Mods you can install, of course, resource packs, and maps. So we're just going to focus on the mods for this very first part. So, one mod creator that has a lot of mods you should install is Mez, who made JEI, which is currently the most downloaded mod in Minecraft at over 200 downloads. So what you should do is install these first 6 mods. Clumps is just for improving lag, so if you do want to do that, then you can. And I am going to do that. Now, that is going to take some time to install, so you can just wait, and eventually it will have installed all of those mods, and there, you can see all of them installed. Now, I am going to say a bunch of people who make good mods, starting up with Mez. So if you search up the name of someone, then all the mods that they've created are going to show up. If there are no mods that they've created that are compatible for the version, then you are not going to get any mods by them. You're going to get mods that have their name in them. So Start with Mez. Just enough items, of course, we've already installed that. Mod name tooltip, it tells you which mod and something is from, really useful. Forestry, eco-friendly energy production, mail, bees, butterflies, and tons of more trees. Although it is broken in a few parts. Item zoom. Now this one I don't recommend because it's kind of an inconvenience when you're looking for something, because it just shows like a ton of different items. So I'm not going to install that. No potion shift. This is just good. And texture jump, I don't really understand that mod. Okay, another one is Vazkey with 2 eyes. So, Quark, a collection of small things that improve the experience. Botania, a tech mod that is magic themed. Neat, minimalistic functional unit frames for the modern Minecrafter, otherwise known as you can see the health of a player and all that stuff like above their character. This works for like entities too, so if you have like a pig, it will show that. Akashic Tome, the Book of Books, which can store all the books in one. Morph O'Toole, the wrench to end all wrenches. Quark Oddities, which is additions to Quark. Psi, a mod about spell programming inspired by Mahuka. Botania Garden of Glass, which is a skyblock mode for Botania. And then some other stuff, like having this specific skybox from Garden of Glass being standalone. We've already installed Garden of Glass, so you don't need that. And a bunch of other stuff. So, another person is Dark Arcana, who made Alchemistry, Alchemy Lib, Speedy Hoppers, no default auto jump, which is pretty nice to have. Speedy Ladders, which is basically just better ladders. And more charcoal. They also made a bunch of tweaks for specific mod packs, because they've made mod packs like Antimatter Chemistry, Volcano Block, Chemical Exchange, Glacial Awakening, and yeah. And puzzle pack tweaks. You'll also want to add Project E, but that's in like specific mod mentions. So there are specific categories that you want to use that are nice, but here is another person that makes a lot of good mods. Jared LLL08. They made controlling, which adds a search bar to key bindings. Clumps, it saves lag. Craft tweaker, which is basically being able to tweak things yourself so that there's custom progression. Mod tweaker, it allows you to modify the recipes that other things use, so it's not just crafting. Content tweaker, which allows you to add items and blocks. Stages, so that it another way to add custom progression. Slimy boils, make slime pickup items initial inventory, so you can basically just make it so that when someone joins the world, they get a set of items. Prestige, I'm not sure what that will do. What am I missing, which makes missing entries a bit easier to traverse, and a bunch of other things you can see, so I'm not going to mention them all, like gunpowder placeable. all of this stuff. Alright. Another person is Dark Hacks with an X dev, which adds enchantment descriptions, dark utilities, attribute fix, tips. Wowla, what are we looking at? It adds a ton of info to what am I looking at. Game stages, which is actually the thing that allows you to make the stages. Bad mobs, so you can say, if I don't want a creeper to ever spawn in my world, and then you can do that. Performance enhancement mod, Surge. Item stages, of course, items are restricted to a stage. I'm not sure what console filtering is. Dimensions need stages, mobs need stages, hunting dimension, colored tooltips, friendly fire, being able to be disabled. What am I looking at? Stages. A bunch of his mods are basically just additions to his stages mod. Loot table tweaker, loot table support for craft tweaker. Improves the burning and fire mechanics of Minecraft, better burning. Additional banners, a whole new range of banner patterns to enhance your world. Old Java warning, warns users when Java is outdated. Tesla, which is a power API. Pigs that can help players get resources. Resource hogs. Tinker stages, of course. Enchanting plus. I'm not sure what this means. Ore stages, journey map stages, and a ton of other stuff. Alright. So, let's... Sorry. Let's go on to some specific mods. Nature's Compass. It allows you to locate biomes anywhere in the world. Waystones. Teleport back to activated waystones. The Twilight Forest. A completely new dimension that has a lot of content related to it. Just enough resources. Mob drops Orgen. It makes just JEI compatible with other ways of getting stuff. Applied Energistics 2. Tech mod. Spark. Performance adaptation. Tinker's Construct, which is honestly one of the best mods that I know of. Iron chests. It makes chests can be upgradable. Alright. So, Mechanism, which is another tech mod, and has a lot of different things related to it, like mechanism generators, other ways to generate energy like solar power or wind power. Mechanism tools, like steel armor or refined obsidian armor. Now, nuclear craft, complex nuclear engineering in Minecraft. Note that some of these mods aren't going to help because aren't going to be available because because some of them aren't compatible with the other versions I mentioned. So all of these should be compatible with 1.12. Okay. Immersive engineering. A retrofuturistic tech mod adds stuff like cables. It adds like generators, water wheels, which generate power, and other stuff like wire cutters, hammer, plates, sheet metal, a ton of different stuff. Now, this one is actually a series of mods. The thermals. and it needs the COFH core. So just search up Team COFH because there are a lot of mods, but specifically these four: thermal foundation, expansion, innovation, and cultivation. And of course, CurseForge installs the libraries that things need, so you never actually have to go in and see what libraries you need to specifically install for it to work. And Redstone Flux, an API for energy transfer. Thermal Dynamics is another one. And there's some other stuff. Okay, now there is, search up biomes and you'll get biomes o'plenty. Oh, the biomes you'll go. And if you scroll down, you should see Dragora, which has over 500 story-driven custom biomes containing well over 17,000 different items and blocks. So that's that. Now, if you search up OTG, you should get Open Terrain Generator, which is a world generator that gives you full control over everything. Okay, now if you want to do a Skyblock mod pack, there are 3 options you can do. Skyblock Builder, number 1, which only works on versions past 1.12, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And and it allows you to add a structure saver. It gives you a structure saver so that you can make a custom skyblock. There is, if you just do a quick search on YouTube, you should find some tutorials on how to use this. Void World, Void Island Control specifically, and also Compact Void Miners. That is one other one. Forgiving Void is basically you fall down and then you come back on top so that you get a chance to do it. So right now we have 73 mods, which isn't that much, but I've mentioned all the specific mods and specific people you should get mods from. Now, we'll go by categories. So we'll start with Adventure and RPG. There's, of course, Waystones and the Twilight Forest. There's Comforts, which is sleeping bags and hammocks. Nick Young has actually made 3 different mods for this one, but they've made a bunch of other terrain generation mods, which are great. So you want to skip API and library because that's just if you need it, you need it for one mod pack, for one mod. So then you have to get it. Alright. And if you scroll down, you can get to Automation, which has Mine Colonies, which is one mod, but I'm not going to do that. Project Red Core, which is for the Project Red series. Wireless Chargers, which can charge blocks. Applied Energistics Additions, another one for that. Blood Magic add-on for Tinker's Construct. Wireless Redstone. Nuclear Tech, although you shouldn't have this if you're going to also have Nuclear Craft. Now, there's one mod that I really need to talk about. Greg Tech. Greg Tech is a mod that completely rehauls everything and gives you tons of different things to use. If you're going to have it in a mod pack, you're almost guaranteed it's going to be the main you're almost guaranteed it's going to be the main focus of the mod pack. So, next category you want to scroll down to get is Blood Magic. This allows you to get Chisel and, of course, the mod Blood Magic. And all of these other mods are just like compatibility mods or add-ons, basically. Alright. So, you want to get... There's actually a lot of mods that I could recommend, and this video could go on for a very long time, but right now, I am not going to mention them all, because there are a ton. So, hold on for a minute while this loads. This might take a second. But once you have a good selection of mods, about 100 should be good, then you can focus on actually starting the world generation and all of that stuff. So, actually going in and selecting this. So there's one more series of mods that I want to get. FTB. All these mods. So for customization, you have FTB quests. You could also install Better Questing. Which is going to give you a bunch of different mods, but if you scroll down, you should get it. And then there is HQM, Hardcore Questing Mode. Which I don't recommend. I think you want to go with FTB quests. It's really easy to use, so I'm going to install also FTB Ultimine, Backups, Utilities, and Money. Now, if you search up Project E, you'll get Equivalent Exchange 2 for modern Minecraft versions. This is one mod that you really should add. It's really useful and it gives you a ton of good stuff. Then there's also Project EX, which adds, which is like Project E, but then you go way, way farther. So, I have a good amount of mods now. You can add some resource packs, but I don't have any to recommend for resource packs or mods. But once you have the mods, then you can click play to start actually playing. So one thing that you can do is see these three dots, click profile options. Now uncheck this, use system memory settings. Now you can change it to allocate as much RAM as you need for a pack. But you do not need to do, however, you do not need to do this. It may be useful if you have a ton of mods, though. And keep in mind that you don't want to use that much RAM. You should not have like that much. So look, if you get a bug, like this says, I don't have the right version of Forge for Nuclear Craft to be installed, then I can just go over there and find the mod and remove it. And that's what I'm going to do. Because I don't want to have to switch the entire version of Forge, because that means I'll have to install all of these mods again. And I want to keep it simple for you guys, okay? And you can specifically choose which version of Forge you can use right here. Mod loader version. And it'll show you all the available versions for that one. See? Look. 1.12.2. I can update by 1. But it automatically sets it to 2859. There are a ton of other versions. Like, it goes from 2860 to 2486. On 23.0. and I'm not going to update that because it would take a long time. Alright, so Minecraft will take some time to load, but it should load really quickly. So the speed is like initializing mods phase 1 shouldn't take that long. You can see I've just finished it, but initializing Minecraft engine should be the longest because it takes there are a bunch of things that it needs to do for this. So once it finishes with that, it'll start initializing mods phase 2, which still shouldn't take that long because it's just starting up a bunch of mods. It should take about as much time as initializing mods phase 1 does. Now, initializing mods phase 3 should be about the same. Now, finishing up, it will probably get stuck at it, but yeah. And stage number 7 should take like no time at all. So this is just a first load cork configuration warning. So I personally don't like the Minecraft OST, so I'm going to turn it up to 50 and set all my settings and controls. There. Now, there should be 2 things here, play selected world or create new world, but there are 3 if you include open terrain generator. I am personally not doing that. So, let's create a new world, and I'm going to specifically change it so that it's 20 layers of dirt and it's a super flat. And once you do that, then basically you have chosen a good amount of mods. And you have this mod pack actually got 6 different pages of like stuff. And I'm only going to showcase this one, Speedy Ladders, because it's the shortest one. So you can type @ to show like which mod you want it to be from. So stone, you can see the recipes if you click on it. So this one is really simple. You can upgrade ladders, starting from stone ladder to an iron ladder, which is stone ladder and some iron nuggets. Then go to a gold ladder, simple, and upgrade that to a diamond ladder, and upgrade that with a nether star to a nether star ladder. And there's a lot more to talk about, of course, but I'm going to leave that for the next episode. And you can see neat is working here. It's showing you what the name is, slime, and what its health is. Plus, it includes a percentage. Alright guys, thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope it helped you with getting started with making a mod pack. In the next videos, I'm going to go into more depth, such as like introducing you to FTB quests or something else, like anything. So that's it for this episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.